boring face everywhere, and the endless anesthetic chirping of commercial radio.
Time on Fantastic CW now to 6:41.
Don't you really feel like falling through the floor when you get back from lunch? She said...
Oh, guess you had garlic for lunch.
Well, that was before double mint stick gum from Wrigley.
If you're out of work at the moment, this is a great opportunity. You can become an owner-driver with all-purpose messengers. Ring 699-4151.
And your Ford dealer is the one.
And your Ford dealer with the differences.
You may be worried about the treatment of poms. First, an explanation of the term pom. Pom is derived from pomegranate, a reddish, spotty fruit. Australians regard newly arrived English people as reddish and spotty. And if you're called a pommy bastard or a pommy shithead, you shouldn't be worried, because as Australians will tell you, incessantly and unconvincingly, it's really a term of affection. And you'll notice that there are places called Croydon, Liverpool and Balmoral. And you will notice that every town clerk seems to have an imperial gong, and the Queen's face is almost everywhere, and the Queen's Viceroy, a Governor-General, has the power to dismiss the elected Prime Minister of Australia, which he did last November. And there are private schools called public schools, just as in England. Indeed, the headmaster of Sydney's Eton, the King's School, put it this way. My chaps, he said, are not like the older generation. They don't worship Britain and royalty. They identify with Prince Charles. Prince Charles?
When Prince Charles comes to Australia again, he should savour the devotion at the Returned Soldiers League at Alice Springs. For the mighty RSL are the true keepers of Australia's imperial patriotism, the seekers of reds under its bed, and the consumers of much of its beer. The search for a true Australian identity is difficult, partly because one ingrained image of Australians is that of loyal, tough Anzacs, institutionalised in a military orgy called Anzac Day, our only effective national day. In spite of its lost cause in Vietnam, the RSL remains one of the most powerful forces in Australian life.
Even several years ago, here in Australia, some powers that be decided to change our national anthem. The RSL in Australia refused to do so. We still kept God Save the Queen. And I think this is some indication as what the RSL means with reference to our realm.
Yeah. How do you feel, John? Do you feel that people in this country would still go to Europe to fight for Britain in a war?
Be nowhere at all there. See, I was unfortunate. I only went into national service in 1956. And I didn't leave Australia, but I would have gone to be nowhere about at any time whatsoever it was called.
Let me ask Carl. Do you believe the RSL felt the same passion for the war in Vietnam?
I think so, John, but to a lesser extent in some regions because they brought in national service again. And there were a lot of young fellows that objected to